Man, welcome, you guys, man. Today I have a hot one for you. You guys probably wondering, man, what the hell am I talking about? I'm talking about him, of course, man. They got your boy Big Draco for $4 million. You know what I'm saying? You guys probably wondering, how do we get here? How did he lose 4 millions? I'm gonna explain everything to you guys right now. But before I do, you know what I'm saying? Because this video probably gonna take a little while. Get yourself some Cheetos, get yourself some popcorn, some beer. For the underage people, get yourself some water, you know what I'm saying? Some juice. But let's get it. So, on about December 2018, plaintiff become to work for defendant Wayne, which is Soulja Boy, and then she was supposed to be the personal assistant for him. So her job responsibility was included, were limited to cleaning the house, cooking, bringing food and snacks, carrying personal belonging, luggage, styling the defendant's hair, you know what I'm saying? That's a good life. Driving him around, handing travel bags and everything, vetting guests and other requesting that were made by defendant Wayne on a way-to-day basis. So defendant Wayne agreed to pay the plaintiff $500 a week. What? Damn, man. Bro, I think I was making more than that when I was in high school in 2010. That's crazy. $500 a week? This is like below poverty line. But she was living in a mansion, so we gotta think about that too. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't paying bills, and then that was in California. You gotta understand. I think one little like bedroom in California where you can't even like put your all your shit, probably like over $2,000. So she probably was happy to be there, you know what I'm saying? Driving a nice car, living in a fucking mansion, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think the $500 was like, she didn't look at it, it was an issue, but I get it. So they were living, of course, in Malibu, California, in the Bell Canyon. So this is the expensive part of California where most of the rich people live. So that was her job. But you guys probably wondering how that shit went from like her being her assistant, from her suing him for all this type of money and him losing the case. So from what I understand, what's happening, so she was working there, and then Soulja Boy probably was looking at her like cooking with her panties in the kitchen, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how them bitches be cutting those carrots, you know what I'm saying? Then the nigga probably was looking at her, and then her booty cheek was shaking, like, you know what I'm saying, when she was cutting those carrots. You know what's going on, man. Because we all can imagine, man, this nigga probably didn't like pick a mediocre woman to be his personal assistant. He probably take one of them bad bitches, you know what I'm saying? Those like big booty IG model that call themselves assistant, you know what I'm saying? He chose one of them bitches. And then by the moment, you know what I'm saying, like, she was working for him, and then the nigga started to get attracted to her, and then he started clapping her cheeks. He started fucking her. So that's what happened. At first, she said that she was okay with the relationship. Everything was going well. But at the same time, I don't think she was okay with it. Even though she said, she probably look at it, man, hey, man, you my employer, I'm your employee. You're not supposed to mess around with me because you got leverage over me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to go on with it anyway. The moment you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? You're not paying my bill. You're not like letting me drive this kind of car. You're trying to kick me out to get another like a younger personal assistant. I'm going to sue your ass. I think that's what happened. That's one of it. That's a part of it, of what happened. Also, in the same lawsuit, she alleged that the nigga put hands on her. One time, he even put a fucking gun in the back of her head, and then he tell her, if you leave, this gonna happen to you, that gonna happen to you. You know what I'm saying? So she filed that lawsuit in California. So she had like so much evidence against this nigga, man. Usually, you guys gotta understand, usually when celebrity being sued, when it's a civil lawsuit, they get sued like that, usually they just settle that shit out. What I come to understand is it's either the nigga didn't really have the money to give her, or when he was trying to settle the case, she didn't want to settle for the amount that he wants to settle the case with. You know what I'm saying? As you know, she probably look at it, man. I've been recording you from 2018 to now. You know what I'm saying? I got so much shit against you, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you're gonna win that shit. And then the couple, because I heard that he wanted her to settle the case for $100,000, and then she was suing him for millions of dollars. So it makes sense that she was like, "Fuck no, I'm suing you for $1 million, nigga." You know what I'm saying? You're gonna give me like, what do you think that was? That was this. You know, this is poverty. You've been putting me through hell for all them years. You know what I'm saying? And you were fucking me too. You know what I'm saying? Even though, hey man, I was up to it, but you know what I'm saying? I was working for you. You were my employee. So that's what's going on there, man. So she sued Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy had to go physically into the courtroom to testify and defend himself. You know what I'm saying? So he take the stand. She take the stand. Both of them like testify about what's going on. She, like I said, she said the nigga did a lot of like terrible things to her. Me personally, do I think she was lying or she's lying? I don't think the nigga's lying, because that's not the first time that Soulja Boy was accused of doing something like that.
He was in his bathroom getting his hair cut, and where our bed was, you could look like straight into the bathroom, like right where you are, and then the door was downstairs and the front door, like right there as soon as you get to the bottom of the steps. So I was like, okay, I know this nigga's haircuts take like an hour, if not longer. So I was like, okay. So I'm trying to make sure he can't see me in certain mirrors, like from the bathroom. And I pack my bags, and I try to, like, you know, it's a crazy situation to try and get out of it. But I was like, okay, I'm cool, I'm good, I'm leaving, I can't do it. So I just sat there, I was watching. He hadn't moved, didn't get up for nothing for a minute. So I was like, okay. So I got my bag, and I walked downstairs, and I was like halfway down the stairs, and I felt him press it against the back of my head. And I just sat down. I sat on the steps, and I sat on the steps for about probably a couple hours. I just stayed there. And he was sitting behind me, and I didn't say.
With the gun?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember if I feel like he had just finished his haircut right at the moment I wanted to leave, of course. But yeah, he sat there. And he had friends there that was sitting there, and I would just watch him, and nobody ever said anything. And
a lot of people might looking at it, you know what I'm saying, bro? She's after the money, you know what I'm saying? Because if she wasn't after the money, you'll just sue her. I mean, not sue her, sue him criminally. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a lot of time, like, that's how people look at it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, why you sue me civilly? Why you trying to get money from me? If you really think I do something, why don't you sue me in a criminal court? You know what I'm saying? Trying to make me pay for that shit. Yeah, that makes sense. But if I get the money out of you, that even make more sense. That's how a lot of like people think about it. You know what I'm saying? Does money got to do something with it too? Yeah, but sometimes when people feel violated, you know what I'm saying? Their names are really out there. A lot, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, you're a rich person. The only way I can hurt you is trying to get some money from you. You know what I'm saying? Because what a lot of people don't understand, it's easy to win a civil lawsuit than winning a criminal case. You know what I'm saying? You can literally lose. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can literally win a criminal lawsuit, you know what I'm saying? And then still lose you know what I'm saying? The civil suits, the civil lawsuit. That can happen. So I think that's one of the reasons usually people say, man, hey man, if I try to fight it and therefore trying to put this nigga in jail, and then I felt, let me just go for the money, and then I just go, like, you know what I'm saying, go get therapy, you know what I'm saying, and then move on about my life. You know what I'm saying? So after a couple of days of like back and forth, you know what I'm saying, witnesses, Soldier Boy testify, all these people testify, you know what I'm saying? And then we finally got a verdict. Can you guys guess what the verdict was? I'm gonna give you 2 seconds to think. 1, 2. Soldier Boy found reliable for all them shit that the girl Jendo alleged that he did to her. Yeah. So the nigga was reliable to pay her $4 million. Soldier Boy didn't even stay in the courtroom. He left his lawyer. He left everybody. He just stormed out the courtroom. When the nigga was leaving the courtroom, somebody who was working for TMZ found the nigga. And then what's funny about that shit? Then when the TMZ person who was outside of the courtroom, like, you know what I'm saying, like, see Soldier Boy, and then he said, man, can I ask you some question, man? And then the funny thing is, Soldier Boy pulled out his cell phone, read a whole, I mean, that very like was a whole book the nigga was reading from his phone. He was explaining how he's gonna appeal the shit, how the system do him wrong, da 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 da.
Today, I stand before you deeply disappointed in the verdict delivered in my case. I firmly believe that the decision made in court was not based on facts or substantial evidence, but rather on factors that were outside of my control. The truth was overshadowed by the involvement of individuals such as the jury who were not present during the events in question. And I feel that the system allowed external influences to shape the outcome. Furthermore, the use of Jane Doe as the identity of the accusers raises serious concerns about fairness. Keeping these individuals anonymous while I'm forced to face public scrutiny creates an unequal playing field. I believe this entire process has been tainted by a system that is not designed to protect the rights of the accused. I want to make it clear that I'm innocent. This case was never about justice. It was about money and personal gain, and I will not let that stand. I am committed to filing an appeal and fighting for the truth to be revealed. I will continue to stand by my decision and believe that I did not commit the crimes I'm accused of. Thank you to everyone who has supported me during this time. I promise that I will fight until the end to clear my name and expose the truth. Thank you.
I'm so sorry. Would you mind repeating the first 3 sentences? I apologize.
Today, I stand before you deeply disappointed in the verdict delivered in my case. I firmly believe that the decision made in court was not based on facts or substantial evidence, but rather on factors that were outside of my control. The truth was overshadowed by the involvement of individuals such as the jury who were not present during the events in question. And I feel like the system allowed external influence to shape the outcome.
I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Because the funny thing is, how did you have that shit written in your phone? Is it because you think that you were gonna lose, nigga? Is it because that you know you do this kind of shit? Because the shit that you were reading, that shit wasn't coming from your head, nigga. That shit was coming from your phone. So that means that you already knew that there's a possibility that you were gonna lose the case because all the shit that you did to her. You know what I'm saying? So he like I said, he read all this kind of shit. He explained that, the system doing wrong. Why they this him like I said earlier, if I really did that, why didn't she sue me like civilly, not civilly, like criminally, all type of shit, you know what I'm saying? And then he also said that he's gonna appeal the case, which I think that's a normal thing to do, you know what I'm saying? His lawyer probably gonna look at to see if there was any technical error that was committed during the trial, and then to appeal it, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of it too. And then what's funny too, during the trial, they had to bring how much money that Soulja Boy was making. The nigga alleged that he only made like $20,000 for the month of March, which is crazy. This is supposed to be an A-list rapper, you know what I'm saying? Even like they asked him how much money that he was making during his streaming on TikTok, because Soulja Boy be doing that regularly, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't making much money there anyway. So it looks like that your boy Soulja Boy is broke. He ain't got money. He ain't got it. But the thing is, how is this nigga gonna find a way to to pay $4 million, which I don't even think that nigga got $1 million in his personal bank account. And then, as you know, Soulja Boy is one of them niggas that known to be a flexer. Whenever you see him live going back and forth with a nigga, he got a pack of money, you know what I'm saying, next to his ear, you know what I'm saying, counting money, making it seem like he's one of them niggas. All his cap. I don't know if you guys remember, there was a time back in 28, not 20, maybe 2016, 2017, when he had that whole like a video game console that he was selling, that he was talking about how much money he make from it. Apparently that was cap too, because all this shit gotta come out in the trial. You guys probably wondering, man, why they have to like to dig on this guy financial situation like that. Yeah, they have to, because they're gonna find out where you're gonna find all this money, that the $4 million, where you're gonna find it, how you gonna find it, you know what I'm saying? And then if they see that you don't have the money, you know what they're gonna do next? They're probably gonna try to collect all his money that is making through streaming, you know what I'm saying, loyalties, all this kind of thing. That's how they're gonna get the money, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he was Soulja Boy was forced to tell the people how much money he makes and how much money he has, and apparently the nigga has no money. He broke, you know what I'm saying? So now he only makes sense. He only makes sense. The reason we only make sense why he was paying her $500 a week. You know what I'm saying? Bro, a high school person make more than that. What the fuck, man? You know what I'm saying? I mean, bro, whether I'm living in your fucking mansion, I didn't come to work for you for that. I come to work for you to make some money. I didn't come, like, you know what I'm saying, like, come live in your mansion and you paying me like below like the poverty line paycheck, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Pay me normally. You know what I'm saying? But she got a big pay. You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna pay this money? Is all to be seen, because like I said, he probably gonna like it's probably gonna like, you know what I'm saying, they're probably gonna find out if there was any type of error in a pill of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I mean, after that, the nigga went on IG live like you always do, and then he talk about how the system did him wrong. You know what I'm saying? He also went, like I said, he also talk about how like if that was the truth, why they didn't sue him criminally, all type of shit. And after that, he even wrote a whole thing on Instagram where he said that there's a war against rich black men. So this is what he said.
Come on, man. If y'all don't see they out here trying to attack all our black rich niggas, man, I don't know what to tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? I know all my haters gonna be popping it, but guess what? They gonna pop it regardless. Whether you doing good, whether you doing bad, your haters always gonna talk. They out here trying to take down all the rich black niggas. They mad because I own my own shit. I ain't signing no nigga. You know what I'm saying? They try to take it down. How this nigga got all this money? How he got all these stores? How he got all this? So they gonna try to lie on and make up shit on the nigga. Cause I'm the first rapper to do this shit. You feel me? They did the same shit with Jay-Z. They did the same shit with P. Diddy. They did the same shit with everybody.
Is there a war against rich black men? I think not, man. I think not. A lot of you guys probably watching this thing, you say, man, you're naive, man. Why don't you think that? You know what I'm saying? Look at Diddy, look at Soulja Boy, look at this, look at R. Kelly, all kinds of this nigga. Man, them niggas be guilty as a motherfucker, bro. I'm telling you. They be guilty. Because a lot of these niggas, man, like, they never had money, even though, or they never, because what you don't understand, a lot of people, when they have money, they feel like they can do whatever the fuck they want. You know what I'm saying? You cannot be the naive, man. You cannot be that naive. You have a woman that's working for you. You know what I'm saying? Whether you think she got a big ass, fat ass, big boobs, but she still work for you. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to fuck her, you could have just fired her first. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you guys game. Fire her, say, you know what? You cannot work with me anymore. I fire you, but we can still keep that relationship. And then at that moment, she doesn't have the how do you call it? At that moment you fire her, she's not your employee anymore. Now you can go after her trying to clap some chicks. You know what I'm saying? Trying to fuck her. But the moment that she's working for you, she signed the paper, she's your worker, you cannot fuck with her. You cannot fuck her. You know what I'm saying? Even though she's still up, she still wants to fuck you. She still can go saying that you were forcing her to do it because you got leverage against her. She can say, oh, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to do it, but he forced me to do it because I was scared. You know what I'm saying? Or I didn't want to lose my job. That's what I was doing. I didn't want to lose my position. So that's why I was forced to be there. You know what I'm saying? Even though the nigga probably didn't even force her, you know what I'm saying, to stay. But that's a good argument. If she said, you know what? I was scared to leave because that's the only income that I have, even though she was getting $500, you know what I'm saying, a week in California. You know what I'm saying? So all that, but the thing is, man, like if you trying to make somebody your personal assistant, man, like trying to get your grandma, man, like get your grandma where when you look at her, you see your grandma. You know what I'm saying? You don't see somebody you wanna fuck. Even though some of these niggas are weird, they're probably still gonna try to clap the granny ass, chicks too. You know what I'm saying? They're probably still gonna try to clap her cheeks. But at least some niggas gonna say, man, that sounds like grandma from the hood, but I ain't gonna do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Yeah, but you never know. Them niggas be on coke. You know what I'm saying? They be on like Percocet, all type of pills, man. So you never know. Like they're probably gonna try to fuck grandma too. So this is what they say. I don't think there's a war against rich black men or any type of black men to in particular. You know what I'm saying? This is niggas that make bad decision. They make bad decision and then they have no accountability for the bad decision. You know what I'm saying? The first mistake you made was hire a big booty personal assistant. You know, eventually you will want to clap her cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what you're doing. You probably was on IG looking at her picture and then you went to her page and then you see personal assistant, big booty, big titties. Oh shit, man. You know what I'm saying? If I hire her, I'll be close to her and then I can clap whenever I want to. She's not going to have the title of the girlfriend. She's going to have the title of personal assistant, which I can fuck every now and then. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to say, man, Soulja Boy, bro. Cut it out, bro. Cut it out, man. Bro, pay that bitch her money, man. Pay her money. Pay her her money. Even though I don't know how you're going to do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you got to... The 2 times a day, man. Be live on TikTok 2 times a day. IG, man. You know what I'm saying? Try to make that money. Because if you were going live 1 time a day, it's not working. You know what I'm saying? That 20,000 that you make last month, that's not gonna cut it, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna cut it, man. Just be live 2 times a day. You know what I'm saying? Give the woman her money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Trying to cry, say, oh, I didn't do it. There's a war against black men. It's bullshit. I don't believe it. Take your accountability. You know what I'm saying? You know you did all that shit she did, bro. I believe it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if you guys like the video, man, if you guys like my opinion, bro, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, so, you know what I'm saying? So whenever I drop a video, you'll be the first one to notify, man. Take care, everybody. Peace.